One Mike Baseball here. You are now tuned in to the best sports podcast in Queens, baby. Queens Bro Podcast. Let's get it.
What's up, baby?
Yo.
What's up? How's everything, man?
What up, bro?
Can't complain, man. I'm alive. That's all that matters, man. I mean, I'm waiting for baseball, but, you know, just like everything else.
Definitely. Yo,
of course,
thank
man,
you for coming back on the show, bro.
Of course.
Baseball,
I can't wait, man. It's like, I think it's like 21 days until pitchers and catches anyway, right?
It's something like that. I don't even know, to be honest, I don't even know the exact date.
Exactly.
It's in the middle of February. I was trying to go to spring training this year. I'm still looking at flights. They were a little expensive last time I saw them. But I want to get down there, bro.
Big. This is big. This is big. This is a different year. This is not like last year. I know everybody was happy for the 24 Mets and everything that happened, but Juan Soto becoming a New York Met now in this generation is like Tom Seaver going to the Mets or like somebody big like that, man. This is groundbreaking, man. I can't wait. I cannot wait.
100%. This is huge. I'm trying to go opening day. I still don't got tickets for that. Trying to do all that. But before we get into all that stuff, the number one thing I want to start this show off with, today is,
man,
what do you think is going to go on with Pete Alonso?
I've been watching everything that's happening, and you know, as a fan, it breaks my heart because I have that attachment like everybody else. You know, I grew up on Pete. I watched him hit, you know, like, okay, I'm a Mets really diehard fan. So I love the fact that Pete Alonso in 2017 was able to beat Aaron Judge for the home run king as that. That was history. So in a sense, that's like our Aaron Judge. He's not as powerful as Aaron Judge, or he don't put up as numbers as Aaron Judge, but that's like our Aaron Judge. So I understand it. I didn't think it was going to get this far. I didn't think it was going to get to where we're 12 days away from pitchers and catchers, and we still don't know where Pete Alonso is going. I do understand that. I don't think it's going to the Blue Jays. I think that's like a team where worst come to worst, it would go there. But come on, man, moving your family and everything. Yeah,
I think that was a ploy, bro. That whole Blue Jay thing, I think that was a ploy. You know, don't forget, this is Scott Boras we're dealing with. I think that whole Blue Jay thing was just to try to push the price up. And let's be real, bro. I feel bad for that team because there's something going on in the MLB with this Blue Jay team. And what I mean by that is everyone trolls them, bro. Like, everybody says they're going to the Blue Jays and nobody goes. All right, now they finally got a few pieces now. They got Santander, and now they, I mean, it's old as hell, but they just got Max Scherzer. But, like, even, what's his name? Sasaki. Bro, Sasaki had the Blue Jays as finalists. Get the hell out of here.
Come on.
Bro, Blue Jays weren't no finalists. Bro, I don't know. Like, everyone likes to troll.
It doesn't make sense. Every year for like 4 or 5 years, the Blue Jays have been trying to get big free agents, and nobody tries to go over there. They might get Class B or Class C players, might overspend, because if you're dealing with a situation over there, it must be why. Look at the whole situation with Vlad. I don't think that Vlad is going to get re-signed, and I think that they have until February until he gets signed, because he already said that if y'all don't get this shit done, we're not talking about free agency until that happens or a contract. So I don't think Vlad wants to stay in Toronto. I think he wants to go out, and this whole Juan Soto contract, everybody's trying to match it for some way, somehow. I don't know why. And we got to separate Juan Soto from everybody else. He's a generational player. He's not like Pete. So a lot of fans say, well, you know, we spent for Soto, so why can't we overspend? He's not like Pete. We have to understand that. We got to understand that. We love Pete, but he's not in that same atmosphere at all.
Yeah. I am thinking that Pete is saying, like, I'm a homegrown Mets. I've been on the Mets. I think he's 20-something home runs away from breaking the Mets all-time home run record. I'm a homegrown Met. Been here forever. They just gave this dude $760 million, but now they're going to be giving me 70, even though Pete bet on himself and he lost. We've said this many times. Bro, we were giving him
over 7 years. Yep,
exactly. I forgot what it was. For 7 years. Yeah, and he declined it. So you bet on yourself, and dude, you had a really bad season, and you're showing a lot of signs of decline. As much as I love you, and look at me, man. Pete Alonso, I have, and I'm sure you do too, and all Met fans, we have an emotional attachment to Pete Alonso, right? He's homegrown. You can't find homegrown players like that all the time, you know? But he's not a Juan Soto. Why would he get anywhere near the money Juan Soto's getting? And the biggest thing about it is, dude, Juan Soto's 25 years old. People, 26 now. 26 years old. People forget about that because he's been in the league for so long. You don't even know that he's 26. You know, Pete's pushing 30, bro. That's like a 5-year difference.
You know what?
Like,
to be honest, I think
it's a big difference.
I really wanted to put it together to where last year, the year that he had, I feel like a lot of it had to do with mentally because we know Pete. We know how he performs. Yes, he swings at a lot of pitches. His swing rate is up. He was chasing. Last year, he did a little bit better in the swing chasing and in holding 2 counts. We understand that. But as you just said, the declining, it's clearly there. First baseman going through the MLB, that's a decline. You're going to your 30 age. Yes, you're going to be 30, but you're going to be 31 right after that. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. I get the fact, and I think a lot of it has to do with Scott Boras. You know what I'm saying? I get Pete. I get the whole situation with Pete because there was a report that Pete did say he wants to go back to the Mets.
No, he's been saying that.
That's what I'm saying. So he hired Scott Boras. Yes, he bet on himself. Okay, we all understand that. We can't blame him. It is what it is. That contract situation is over with. I'm not going to pinpoint it now because that's past. That was 2 years ago when he got that. That was 2 years when he got that contract. So that's in.
Wait,
my fault.
Oh yeah, there you go.
That was 2 years. That was 2 years when he had that contract. So I just kind of forget about the whole contract. It sucks because, I think Scott Boras is this whole tactical situation where Steve Cohen mentioned in the Amazing Day. I think when Soto situation happened, I think people had to bend and people had to cover up their egos at a point. And I think Steve Cohen covered up his ego when he did that. He wanted the player. There was clearly 3 other offers. Everybody wanted Soto. Okay? Everybody. So that contract was different. Even when I bring up Brandon Nimmo, if you want to say Pete Alonso want to think about the Brandon Nimmo situation, because Brandon Nimmo got 9 years. Remember, he got that bag, 100-something million. So he can kind of compare to that. The problem is, since Pete has been in the free agent market and since reports have been out, there has been no other reports of a contract to other teams. So as far as now, that's the situation right now. So Pete has to look at that and you know what? Okay, nobody else is trying to get at me. You see other teams making their deals, getting their first basemen, doing all that. They're clearly indicating we don't want Pete. It's the Mets situation. Nobody else. With the Scott Boras, the whole contract, I feel like he's trying to keep getting nug in the bud with Steve Cohen, and Steve Cohen is a businessman. He's not going to continue keep getting turned over belt to ass. He's not doing it. He don't care. He loves Pete. Clearly, the organization loves Pete. We all celebrate that. We know how we love him. The problem is, I think right now, and I'm the one that said, I would hate to see Pete go because I love the fact that he's close to making the all-time home run leader. Pete Alonso, if he stays on the Mets, will be a certified Hall of Famer for the New York Mets. You get what I'm saying? Certified. I don't think he's taking that away. This is a business situation, and it's getting really ugly. You know what I'm saying? But just like Steve Cohen put it out, it's clear as day. You know what I'm saying? Either you're here or you're not. It gotta be.
I think it's a Boras thing. I actually saw some reports that people were saying it was, Alonso, it's all on Alonso. Look, man, Boras has a way of putting things into people's heads, putting things into their clients' heads. Now, Alonso, though, hired his agent to hire Scott Boras. That was the first mistake. Supposedly, I found this out too. No, I had no idea how true it is, but I read about it, that Nimmo was the one who recommended him to him because Nimmo got paid with Scott Boras as his agent. So he recommended him to Alonso, and it's not working out for Alonso because right now, let's be real, bro, it's looking like Alonso has zero market. Nobody wants him, bro. I understand, as crazy as it sounds, with all the raw power Alonso has, nobody wants him because of the insane price tag he's asking for. And he's a first baseman. Let's also be real. First basemen do not get paid like other positions. They don't. That. Like Freddie Freeman, and that's the kind of money that Alonso was asking for. He was asking for Freeman
Nowhere
money.
near Freeman. Nowhere near that.
You're not
Nowhere near
Freeman.
that.
And I know, as much as I love Alonso, you know, we got to be real with ourselves. Alonso's not Freddie Freeman, bro. You know? So why would he get around Freeman money? And not only that, he's getting older.
Exactly.
And I feel like he's aging not in a good way. I'm going to be very honest with you. And this is why, like, look, I want Alonso back, but we cannot give him more than 3 years. I would not give Alonso more than 3 years because he's
not. He's not. I mean, it's just a hard situation to look at it from a fan perspective. I wish I was looking at it. I wish I was looking at it and looking at the interviews to kind of like put my opinion on it. Because let's be for real. The first baseman, you know, you can hear all the negativity about Pete and where he wants money, but let's be real. This man is a reliable first baseman. Okay. You don't get those reliable first basemen that plays 162 games. Come on, man. No matter if he's not gonna hit you a home run, he's on the field. I'd rather get that than somebody's being inconsistent. You know what I'm saying? So we got to put that in there. He's the fastest person to get home runs he has more home runs than anybody since 2018. You got to put that in the head too. So I get the factors, and I get 2 years ago he fired his agent. I get that. The reason of why, because of the mindset at that time. See, we might be criticizing him right now because of what we're looking at. We're looking at the effect of what's happening. But if we look at the actual situation at that time, that was a smart decision. He wanted to make more money, and Boris had a reputation that was high standard because it wasn't just Pete Alonso. It was other main players that was being recommended by him. You know what I'm saying? So if it's only Pete, we understand that's a bad decision, but come on. We got other certified all-star players that have reputation from Boris, and Boris has been getting them that bag. Right now, it's just how the market is playing out and how Pete Alonso is thinking that, well, since I've been on the Mets for this long, they should spend a little bit more money. Well, how much are you talking about, Pete? Because if you're talking about 23, 25, we tried to offer you that before and still trying to negotiate. You're trying to get crazy deals. Like they said, well, if Pete Alonso opts out, the Mets got to pay him $5 million. That's ridiculous. That's freaking ridiculous, man. You know?
Yeah, I agree. But the part that's annoying, though, is that we already said this, there's no market for Pete. And Pete's asking for all this money. He's not taking any deals from us when we're offering the highest deals. Because I heard the Blue Jays, if they did offer a deal, the deal was actually less than ours. So we're offering him the most money. Where is homegrown team? There's no market for him. What is going on here? What are you waiting for? Like, I don't understand. There's no market for you, bro. Just let's get a deal done because I'm sick of this, dude. Like, I'm literally sick of the Pete Alonso thing. I want it to be over. Like, I would love right now, like at this moment, we got a message on our phones that said, Pete Alonso back with the Mets.
Did you see the report on, I think it was UFN, that one of the hosts said that they think that Pete Alonso, well, they have sources that say that Alonso will reach a deal by today. I don't know how true that is, but Boomer. You seen that, right? How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I don't know where Boomer does know people.
You know how Boomer is. Boomer does know people.
No, he does. No, Boomer knows a lot of people. He's an ex-football player. He knows a lot of people. It's funny, WFAN, I actually have a
Okay. That's what's up. I like that.
Yeah, you ever heard of
Come on, he follows me. I mean, he follows me. Keith's cool. Keith is shit. Keith is cool,
he's
man.
On the show next week. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Trust me, I know. That's where we butt heads. That's where we disconnect from there. You know what I'm saying? That's all. It's all right.
Yeah.
It's all right. Yeah. So how do you feel about overall the team? Like going ahead of the 2025 season?
All right. So obviously Soto is no slouch. Like that is going to help in our lineup immensely. And not only that, he's going to be batting number 2 behind Lindor, who just had an MVP type season. What do you think Lindor is going to do this year? Like, bro, fantasy? Like that's, I'm trying to get Lindor for fantasy, bro. Like fantasy baseball, because that dude is going to have.
That's exactly what my point is. You know how Aaron Judge and Juan Soto had the incredible year? Well, that was due to Juan Soto. the plate discipline, giving pitches, because you're going to have to, I can't get Juan Soto out, but I'd rather go to Aaron Judge. So I got to feed Aaron Judge pitches to get him out because Juan Soto's behind him. Man, Lindor is going to have one of those monster years that he is going to outdo that last year to this year coming. Oh my God. He's going to show you that MVP. Like, he needs to win that MVP for real. Captain, let me not talk about the captain shit. Yeah. He needs to have a seal on his chest immediately.
Yeah, actually, now that you're talking about the C, I'm surprised he hasn't gotten that after last season.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what? They're probably waiting for the beginning of the season. He's got to get that this year. He has to. Not only is he one of our better players, right? Well, he is our best player. Now we got Soto, so obviously, you know, we got a more star power with that. But not only is he one of our best players, but the leadership that Lindor has is wild, dude. Like, I'm actually a baseball coach. Having leadership like that on a team, dude, is like, you just look at it, me as like a coach standpoint, I'm just like, this is like everything you want in a baseball player. Anybody that trashes, because a lot of my friends, bro, obviously not Met fans, they're all Yankee fans, trash Lindor, he's not what he was on Cleveland, this and that, bro. It's idiotic to think Francisco Lindor is not a good baseball player or is not what he was on Cleveland.
He's actually better.
Everything I could ask for in a baseball player. Yo, he's one of the best Met players I've ever experienced in my lifetime. And I'm saying that wholeheartedly as a fact. That dude is one of the best Met players I've ever seen in my lifetime. From the skill to the offense to the defense to the leadership.
I definitely agree. I definitely agree on that one.
Everything.
No disagreement on that one. I agree.
Yeah.
100%. Definitely leadership.
Bro. It's incredible, bro. The dude's great. And, you know, like we said, I think he's going to have an insane year this year. And, you know, batting before Soto, starting in that Leo spot all year. Dude, could you imagine? Don't forget, last year, Lindor started the year horribly. From April all the way to May, for some reason, couldn't hit the ball, save his life. And that's why the Mets were so bad in the beginning of the year. All of a sudden, they put him in the Leo spot. Everything changes around. Dude goes on to play phenomenal. Imagine if he played somewhat decent from April to May with the kind of finishing of the year Lindor would have had. Bro, he still would have had monster numbers. I think the whole MVP situation, I think that whole bias, I feel like that's my opinion, that they hate the Mets, no matter if the Met player or not. Like, I feel like we all think that Juan Soto is going to be the first Met to win an MVP, right? I wish that happens, but no matter if the Met player is great, Lindor was not an all-star. Like, he finished second in all MLB team. Like, it's so many dubs, and he proved himself. That's not even everything you just mentioned, though. I agree.
What's the craziest?
That's not the craziest to me of what Lindor of what they did not give Lindor last year. He wasn't a finalist in the Gold Glove, bro.
Straight crimes.
That is insane to me, bro.
Yeah.
Like, that is crazy that Francisco Lindor was not a finalist in Gold Glove. All the other stuff, you know, he did have a horrible start to the year, and then he picked it up. So the All-Star game,
slid on that,
I could live with the slouch of that one, only because of his start to the year was so bad, and obviously the finish of the year, and to make the All-Star game, it's all about the first half. But the Gold Glove is the one that drew me crazy. That's the one that drew me insane. Now, I'm not saying he's supposed to win it.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's going to win it.
At least the finalist. Come on. Bro, that's not making no sense.
Finalist? I forgot who was number 3. I eliminated that whole Gold Glove thing out of my mind just because I forgot who was number 3. But I looked at the stats of who was number 3 just to, you know, see in the finalists. And bro,
the gap was crazy. Yep.
The stats in every single category. Yep. Every single defensive category was not even close. So it was like, what possessed you to not make Lindor?
I don't know.
Gold Glove finalist. So that's what kind of threw me to this thing of like.
That's what I'm saying. It has to be because Lindor put up good numbers. Look, everybody goes through stretches. This is baseball. It's 162 games. Okay, we all know that. So if you look at everybody's numbers, Aaron Judge, he had a bad month or two. Like, but nobody looks at that. They just, I don't understand it. It's just when it comes to Lindor, it's like they put him under a microscope at every single thing. It doesn't make sense. Yeah. Doesn't make sense. But as a Mets fan, we know
That's our leader. We know that that's our MVP. I don't care about the Shohei thing because I feel like they're doing crimes over there. Because the DH is not supposed to win. DH is not supposed to win no freaking MVP. This man right here, this man is in a dugout playing TikTok and searching on Snapchat videos and fucking gambling while Lindor is out there putting up numbers in defensive plus and defensive minus. Come on, man. This man is a Gold Glove fucking caliber player. Always was. Always was. As soon as he comes to the Mets, it's a whole different story. Shit made no sense, man.
I totally agree with you. Like I say this all. You're getting
stupid.
heated right now, and I totally understand. I said the same thing. I knew they weren't going to give it to Lindor. I knew they weren't because of the offensive numbers that Ohtani had. But my guy, I played baseball my whole life, right? Dude, do you know how simpler life is when you just bat and then you're picking your ass for 45 minutes until you go bat again? You know, Lindor goes out to shortstop, the most toughest and challenging defensive position every single day, and plays Gold Glove caliber defense, and then goes to bat and plays very well
every day
offensively as well. And MVP means most valuable player, right? April to May, the Mets were trash. Horrible. Worst team in baseball. We were Benito, gone, done. Lindor was horrible April to May. Lindor finally woke up in May. And the Mets go off to be the best team in baseball, into the playoffs, into the NLCS, and losing to the powerhouse Dodgers. All because of our shortstop. You take Ohtani off the Dodgers, they're still making the playoffs. They're still winning the World Series. And an example of that is in the World Series, I think Ohtani had 2 hits versus the Yankees, and they still beat them in 5 games.
That's my whole point. That's my whole point. I just explain that. I always say, I'm not a hater, right? Because people always want to talk about, oh, he's a hater. He's just hating on the progress. Why your team not doing it? First of all, my team is a billionaire. We all get it. Even with the freaking Sasaki or Yamamoto. Like, that shit is stupid. I feel like the Dodgers have some type of portal, right? Some type of portal because I get it. The geographic advantage that the Dodgers have. I get it. But don't be learning teams fucking team. Each player did the same thing. Yamamoto thought that they gave everybody else chances, the Mets, the Yankees, the Cubs, and all of that. But he knew he was going to the Dodgers. Suzuki, same thing. Telling teams, well, you know what? I'm going to sign with you. Telling people I'll give you a final list. Bro, come on. You think we're stupid? You think we're stupid? Come on, man. Stupid, man.
Now going on that. Okay, going off of the Dodgers. I've said this since last year when they got Yamamoto. I feel, and it'll never happen, but I feel like the MLB has to put something in place of all these Japanese ball players going to the Dodgers. Because Shohei Ohtani, dude, I used to love Shohei. Me too. Like, he was my favorite player. I lost respect for Shohei when he went to the Dodgers. I'm going to be honest with you. Because he pulled a Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant went to Golden State. He pulled the Kevin Durant. He took the easy road out. Look, there's many teams on the West Coast, bro. Many teams. You want to stay close to home? That's fine. There's many teams on the West Coast. But you chose the Dodgers because you knew what the Dodgers had. You knew the team that they had. All right? So you went to the Dodgers, and now, you know, when all these Japanese players were coming from Japan, they weren't going with Ohtani because nobody wanted to go to the Angels. Let's be real. But now that he's on the Dodgers, he's learned to hold them in. Every single one. And they got another one coming next year. I think he's a first baseman. I forgot his name. The big dude.
He was hitting power bombs up in there. Power bomb. I remember.
I forgot his name. But yeah, he was in you see him in the World Baseball Classic.
Dodgers.
Bro, where do you think he's going?
We all know.
Where do you think he's going, bro? It's getting crazy. You know, because I kept saying last year when the Dodgers got Yamamoto, we knew Sasaki was being posted this year. I kept saying, bro, why is anybody even concerned or trying to get Sasaki? We all know where he's going. What happened? He went to the Dodgers. They're all going to go there. And until MLB steps in and says, all right, this is getting ridiculous. We can't let all these Japanese players go to one team. They're gonna have the Japanese World Baseball Classic team on their team with Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, and it's gonna be like, I don't know, bro. Like I don't want to say they're killing baseball, but you know, like maybe it's good to have a evil empire, kind of how the Yankees were back in the day. But bro, I'm telling you right now, bro, if that team stays healthy,
you know what?
like,
here's my thing, right? I get it, right?
You
Here,
know?
like, if it was a free agent, an opportunity for a team to actually go and negotiate to a player, tell him, hey, what's going on? I want to get you. Then that's a different advantage, right? I get that. That's baseball. That's a baseball thing. Take it up with your owner. He's not spending money. He's not doing it, whatever. My owner's spending money. The problem is you got these Japanese players that's coming in and we have no advantage whatsoever. Try to get them. So you're picking out the whole Japanese team down there, having a freaking super team down there while we don't have no chance at all because all they have to do is bring up, Yamamoto, Aki, Otani. So every player down there is just going to come to the Dodgers? That's all it is? Like, when is that going to stop? Like, when is that going to stop?
That's what's going to happen.
Like,
until the MLB does something about it, it's going to happen. I'm telling you, they all want to go to the Dodgers.
That's what I'm saying.
They all want to play with Shohei. Now you got Yamamoto there. Now you got Sasaki. Bro, the more Japanese players that keep going there, why would these Japanese players coming from the West Coast not want to go there? It just makes sense for them. You know, they're gonna know all these guys. They're gonna speak the language.
Yeah, it's not fair.
You know, it's close to home. Like, it just makes sense for them. I'll be honest with you. If I was from Japan, I'd probably do it too. Until the MLB steps in and says you cannot. Like, the Dodgers can't take any
all they doing still is fucking deferring money. They can get anybody. And they say, hey, you want to win a championship? Why don't you defer half your paycheck and we got you? What?
Bro, $1 billion. They defer. They have $1 billion, over $1 billion of deferred money. But people complain. Oh, no, not complain. Sorry. But people every July 1st. Oh, my God, the Mets are dumb, bro. They're paying Bobby Bonilla $1 million, right? But the Dodgers have over $1 billion of deferred money. But you make fun of the Mets for paying Bobby Bonilla, which was a great financial at the time, a great move, by the way. But everybody makes fun of that.
Exactly.
Nobody's talking about the Dodgers deferring over $1 billion. Bro, in 10 years, they're going to be paying Shohei Ohtani over $60 million to,
and that's why I say, like, and even with the MLB stuff, for some reason, that's why I feel like MLB is not going to step in, because I feel like they have like a secret type of deal that they have. Because if you look on MLB, and I always say this, they always want to showcase any type of Japanese player or Shohei, or you know how I feel about the MLB posting Shohei every fucking time. Every minute they get a chance to. If it has nothing to do with Shohei, they'll still try to slide him in there some way, somehow. Saki was ranked 100th. Why? If it was anybody else on a different team, he would not be fucking ranked whatsoever. But since he's Sasaki, and since he's associated with the Dodgers, he gets ranked 100th. There are more qualifying pitchers
you saw
that deserve that fucking spot, that bust their ass in the MLB, rather than playing a young-ass kid getting the opportunity to get 100. You know that means something to a player? To get ranked? That shit means to a player. If I get ranked, my family looking at it like, yo, you're the 100th best player in the world. But he gets that. That's not fair. That's not fair, man.
Yeah. Sasaki, I saw that actually right before we got on, being the 100 ranked player. Blew my mind. Dude, one pitch in the MLB.
That's what I'm saying.
How could he even rank? How could he even be ranked? And also, speaking of the biasness against the Mets, right? I don't know if you checked out the rest of the rankings. How is Mark Vientos in the 80s?
Disrespect.
Bro, the kind of rookie season Mark Vientos put up, how is he all the way down? And I saw some names.
Don't let me get started. Come on.
Like,
look, that's a joke. I already said it's a fucking joke.
Like, Mark Vientos had a ridiculously insane rookie campaign. Not only that, the kind of freaking postseason he had. As a rookie,
he's in the Mets histories in postseason stats. And right now, he's in the history books. Only one season. Come on, man. What are we doing?
RBIs,
what are we doing here? It's discrimination.
It's crazy.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna keep posting the Dodgers hate. I don't give a fuck if somebody says he a hater. I don't care until it stops.
Well, I mean, I gotta be honest. Yeah, but most of the most of the country is feeling the same way. All my friends, even my Yankee fan friends, we all feel the same way.
Yeah.
Except for
you're telling us to suck it up, right? Suck it up.
Like,
tell your owner.
everybody.
It's not about the owner. See, I think people get
that's how it
confused.
is.
This has nothing. We're not complaining about free agents signing. See, people think that we're just complaining overall about what the Dodgers are doing as an organization. No, we applaud them. Spend your money. Collect who you want to collect in free agency. We're talking about that international shit that y'all be doing. That fucking fuckery shit, that's what we're talking about. We're not talking about other shit. And they think, well, no, suck it up. Man, shut up. Shut up. You don't even know what you're talking about. Stupid.
No, I agree. Who's your... If you had to pick like obviously,
Please.
leave the Dodgers out of it. If you had to pick like a sleeper team that you think is going to have a great season this year, or, surprise a lot of
We're
people.
talking about the American League or the National League? Either? Okay.
Either.
I feel like the
Anything.
Cubs are a sleeper team for me.
Either. Any team.
What the Cubs are doing is a little bit sneaky. And I'm talking about the National League, that one. In the American League, Boston Red Sox. Gotta watch out for them. Boston Red Sox. They creeping up.
Yeah, I think Boston has a chance to be good.
Yes.
That kid Duran, great player. Yeah, I think Boston, I agree. I think Boston has a good chance of surprising some people this year. I think I don't know, bro, because I was expecting better last year, and they just didn't do it. The Pirates, bro. Like, I don't know. Last year, I thought the Pirates had something, bro. The first half of the season, bro, the Pirates were freaking good,
You took that winning streak. Wait, you took that winning streak.
Great.
You took that winning streak and took it to seriously? That little win streak that they did? I didn't take it seriously because all teams do that. All teams get into a win streak.
Bro, what?
The little win streak that the Pirates had in the beginning, they was winning. They was like the first team in the beginning of the season. They was up.
Maybe in the beginning. I went to Pittsburgh in July. And the Pirates were right on top of the standings because I remember checking the standings out. They were right up there. This is July, bro. We're talking about. Right after I went to Pittsburgh. I don't know if I was bad luck, bro. They fell off the cliff. They fell off a cliff.
They didn't.
But
I just feel like they didn't have enough. I feel like they didn't have enough.
That's half a season
to consistently keep winning. They didn't have enough.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. There's something about that team. They have a lot of young kids, a lot of young talent. And you know what's funny? I said the same thing. Like, I actually have it on the podcast. I was with my brother on the podcast last year. I said the same thing about Kansas City.
Okay.
Last year. That was my sleeper team. Last year. And Kansas City made the playoffs this year. And I don't know. I just saw a lot of... When I look at young talent, right? I see young studs. That catches my eye.
Yeah.
Because you're younger. You're faster. Like, it always catches my eye, and I don't know, there's something about the Pirates that catches. I don't know what it is. I could be wrong. They could be in last place this year. But there's something about the young squad that they have over there. And, Paul Skeens, I think that kid is an animal, bro.
I want to see him this year.
Awesome pitcher.
I want to see him this year before I make that decision. Because I've seen a lot of pitchers.
He might fall off this year. I don't know. And I agree. I'm looking at the stuff, though. The velocity, the giddy up, the breaking stuff. Like, it just looks filthy to me. Absolutely filthy. I'm not even looking at the stats. I'm just looking at, like, what I see on TV.
I want to see a full year. I got to see a full year.
Good, bro.
I got to see a full year. 100% full year. Because Paul Skeens came in midway.
Yeah.
Like, I think April or... No, not April. Like, June-ish or something like that. I think he didn't start the year.
Did he? He didn't start the year? You're right. Because I remember
number one draft pick. But I want to see a whole year. Once he's a good full year, I'll make my decisions from there. I'll be like, and I'm not gonna say he's not deserving of what he has. No, because he's pitching fire. His mechanics are so crazy, nasty pitches. It's only a half a season. That's it.
If we go that route, then we gotta say the same thing about Mark Vientos. I understand what you're saying. It's 1 year. And to be honest, even with Vientos, I've been saying that. And if I'm going to give the MLB any kind of like trying to understand the MLB when they did those ratings, they put Vientos in the 80s only because it's one season.
Yeah.
So I'm giving them maybe that's why they put him in the 80s.
I like Mark.
One season,
Look,
exactly
I like Mark.
I
like Mark.
Even though
I like Mark as a third baseman. I don't like the idea of Mark trading into first base or having that type of idea. I want him to be third base, and not to mention that kind of messes up people's contracts going further because people start looking at you as a first baseman rather than a third baseman. So you start getting paid.
The only way he's going to first.
Yeah, I know that, but for me to say that Mark, what he did last year in the playoffs and in the regular season and taking us, because he carried the Mets too as well in September. He helped us go through that. So I understand that. I got to see, to me to be like, yo, Mark Vientos is a solidified third baseman for the New York Mets. I got to see another year. I just have to put him in that category as he has the potential to become the great, you know what I'm saying, third baseman. He works hard. His work ethic is up there. He's a great player. Everybody has that one good year, and then they start figuring you out. You get what I'm saying? Pete had that dominating year.
Yeah,
Pete Alonso, for example, had that fucking dominating season, right? We was like, oh shit, this is the first baseman for the New York Mets. This is our guy. You know what happened? They figured out Pete know how to chase. So let's throw these type of pitches because we can get him. So let's see him do that, and then we can sit there and be like, well, you know what? That man's a hitter. Because we can say that about Juan Soto. Juan Soto already proved to us he's a hitter, no matter what you try to change up. He's going to figure you out, not him. You know what I'm saying? So it's different.
Of course.
Yes, we already know. I want Lindor, same. We know how Lindor is. We know. You know what I'm saying? Brandon Nimmo. We know how he is. He's hard to get out. He'll take you any. You know what I'm saying? We know that about them. Mark Vientos only showed us of what he did that 1 year. We don't know what he could do the next year when people start figuring him out. Throw him this.
No, definitely. You're right.
Yes.
Like, this is an important year for Mark Vientos. But you know who I think it's an even more important year for? Francisco Alvarez.
Yeah.
Because, look, man, Francisco Alvarez was, excuse my French, ass last year, bro. He was horrible. Like, offensively. Just couldn't. Chasing everything. Couldn't hit. If he has another season like he had last year, we're all going to start saying, all right, this is who he is. It was not just a bad season. This is Francisco Alvarez. He's had way more of this than he's had good. This is him. So it's a very big year for this man if he wants us to have any faith in him going forward, because I'm sure you feel the same. If Francisco Alvarez has a bad offensive season this year, I am done with thinking that this is going to be a stud. I'm just going to be like, I
agree. How about
that's it.
One more? I believe more in this individual player than a lot of people believe in him, because I think he showed me last year, like, I think he's that type of person, that he has that high potential. David Peterson. I feel like we need to give David Peterson that third spot. Or, you know what I'm saying? Solidified. Like, he proved that, man. In the playoffs, he was an animal. My God.
I mean, after last year,
solidified. Yes.
Bro, Pearson was great last year. Look at his stats. Like, you look at his stats and you're like, damn, this dude is massively underrated for thinking that this guy shouldn't even be a part of the Mets rotation. Bro, he had a ridiculously good.
Yes, I think it was the high twos. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, high twos.
Straight dominant.
Come on, bro.
Straight dominant.
Hell yeah. So
I definitely agree with the Francisco Alvarez. I feel like this is the last year that we're gonna sit here and say, because he's already proved 2 years. He's been in the league 2 years and a half a year. I definitely understand the first year he was put in a pressure situation in the playoffs. I don't understand why the Mets did that in the first place, but I get it. They moved on. Next year he had a good year. He came on. Now, last year he had a full season to show us what he was. Okay, you didn't. You slacked, injuries, whatever. This year, hopefully with Juan Soto in the lineup, he can teach this individual player some things and learn, because Alvarez is like a sponge. He wants to learn. I never say from that. He wants to learn and be that impactful player that we think he is. It's just, I don't know. Like, the defense is there. But the offense is just, I just don't see it sometimes. He's swinging at pitches. And I don't know if it's a mental thing. I don't know what's going on. Like, I don't know. But, this is the last year. After that, he's not going to be considered as one of the great stars that's going to be in the Mets organization for years to come. He's just going to be another trade piece that we can send him off. And hopefully we can, with a Posada.
And if he has a bad season, who's even gonna want him? How are we even gonna use him as a trade piece? like I said, man, this year's everything for Francisco. If he has a bad season, then that's it. We're all gonna feel like this is who he is. I'm pretty sure that's gonna feel the same, and and that's why we have that other kid down in the minors. We have a catcher down in the minors.
It's like start with a P though. Start with a P.
Yeah. Yes.
Posada, something like Parada.
Yeah, something like that around there. Parada, there you go. Everybody was like, "Oh, we should deal this guy for this," and I was like, "Yeah." Alvarez was going through his minor stretch of hitting, and I'm like, I would hold on to this dude because I want to see what Alvarez gives me, bro. Once I see that Alvarez is who we're believing, who we're hoping he is, then yes, I would maybe see what you could work with Kevin Parada if he's killing the minors. Maybe get some great pieces out of him, but. Right now, bro, I would hold on that kid. Love to get Dylan Cease, bro. You give us the right package. I would. You want to know something else, though?
King is already staying put. King is staying put now. Yeah, King is staying put. John Heyman already reported. King already staying put. Yeah.
See, I didn't see that. Okay. Yeah. I didn't see that. Yes, then I would do it. I would do it because I got to be honest. I want one more starter in that rotation. I think we have a very underrated rotation. Last year, I talked so much shit about our rotation. I was like, what the hell are the Mets doing? What is going on? We have Sean Manaea as a number 3. We have freaking Severino.
I'm guilty. I'm guilty of that. I'm guilty of that too.
Freaking pitched like all-stars. Bro, they all pitch like all-stars. Sean Manaea comes in, switches his delivery to Chris Sale, and the dude is looking like one of the best pitchers in baseball. Severino comes in, and I knew that Severino had a very high upside, right? Because he was great with the Yankees at one point and pitched, not amazing, but pitched very, very doable, way better than I expected. I didn't expect anything what he threw out there. Senga got hurt. I'm like, all right, we're fucked. Senga just got hurt. What are we going to do?
You're right.
Like that's how I felt. And now it's like this year, how could I put down or say anything bad about our rotation or our bullpen?
Exactly.
You got to believe in Stearns, bro. Like, that's all
Why
I can
not?
say. You got to believe.
Look at his resume.
Stearns.
He already showed that in Milwaukee. And he has more resources in New York now. So why? And he brought the Mets, a team that we all, literally what you just said. I'm guilty of that too. I said the Mets is shit. This is not in the third and not doing none. And Stearns, we almost made it 2 games from the World Series. So why am I not believing in this man? I have to. He showed me everything else
you gotta
to believe in. I'm not dissing that. Hell no.
Yeah.
I'm full my face to him, man. He know what he's doing.
When it comes to our pitching, I like freaking guy got Frankie Montez and I hit up my friends. I'm like, yo, Frankie Montez is about to turn into a beast, bro. I was like, yo, Frankie Montez is about to come here and pitch like freaking phenomenal, bro. Exactly. Brought him over. Like,
who you giving up, though?
I don't know.
Who you giving up? Because they're talking about giving up Gilbert, Acuna.
Yeah.
That's my point. So who are you giving up? Because the Padres need people. They're going to want people.
See. All right. See, that's an issue. If they're asking for, there's a few guys on my list that I just wouldn't do. I'll just go in with what we got. Gilbert is one. I love that man's swing. Even though, I'm going to be honest, you know who he kind of reminds me of? Could you think of a Met that Gilbert kind of reminds you of from the past, from like the 2015 era?
I don't want to say JD Martinez. No, I don't want to say him. Not JD Martinez, but JD Davis.
No.
Okay, wait.
The 2015 era. The World Series team. Could you think of anybody? A guy that we used to have. He was actually one of our farm system
What position he plays?
Outfield.
He plays now?
No. Yeah, he's still in the league. I'm not sure who he's. I think he just went to a new team. Yes, exactly. Bro, Gilbert's swing is identical to Conforto. I see Gilbert's swing and I'm like, yo, it just reminds me of Conforto. Which when Conforto was coming up, I don't know if you had the same
expectations.
thought process, but yo, I was like, I saw his swing, bro. And
in the World Series, come on, he had 2 home runs in the World Series. That man was a beast. I thought that was the future. Yeah, I thought it was a future right there.
Gorgeous. Yeah. So that's kind of what Gilbert reminds me of with that swing that he's got. And another guy I don't want to mess with, bro, is I don't want to mess with Jet Williams. I think he's going to be a stud. And again, here's the problem with me I have this issue when it comes to the Mets is I don't like playing with a lot of these high price farm system guys But sometimes you got to do it because they don't always pan out.
It's hard.
You know?
It's hard, man.
But,
it's hard.
like,
And those are the three players that they're asking for. The Dodgers are asking for because they was in a talk with another team and they didn't like the package that they had, so they went to the Mets. They prefer the Mets because they have more talent. This is what Cohen did. This is what Cohen did. Cohen made it to where we could talk about prospects we don't want to give up because they built that farm system. The three players, like I said, Acuna, he needs to stay in the Mets. That whole Dominican series, he was a beast. He's a beast. Like, he can play second.
Wait. Hold.
He played in the something league. Not in the Dominican league, but he played in the some league. He was like the most valuable player in that league. Yeah, he was playing out there. Okay. But what's it called?
All right.
You got Acuna, you got Gilbert, you got was Jet Williams, and those are the three names that they considered. Now they might be talking about the highest prospects that they might want to talk about, but I don't feel like those three players deserve to have Dylan Cease. We need a Manny fucking Machado or somebody with them. I need another person here.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. Like I like all three of those players.
Yeah.
Acuna, like,
yes.
He needs to be our starting.
I don't want Jeff McNeil.
I don't know how you feel.
I'm
over
Jeff McNeil.
I'm kind of over him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we feel the same. I'm over McNeil. Like this McNeil era, I'm done with it. And you know, I appreciate him for a lot of the times he gave us a batting title.
Yeah.
But I'm over this. I'm done with it. Acuna is the future.
Every day.
He needs to play second base. I want to give him a shot. I want to see what he's got. I want to see what he can do. And what I saw from him last year, I loved it. And he gives us something that, to be honest, we don't have much on our team. He has freaking speed, bro. Yo, baseball, I don't think people understand and how undervalued speed is on a team. It's so valued. Like, you get a guy on base that got speed, he's throwing the pitches off just by
messing up
being
their
on
whole
base.
mechanics and everything because they got to worry about him. Oh, he going to steal second. Damn it.
Yeah, you see.
Yeah, I remember that. Hell yeah.
42?
Classic.
Yeah, the movie 42 with Jackie Robinson's on base. And the kid, which actually was in the movie, I don't know if you've seen it was a Met player. So what's it called? Yeah, the kid. He was a Met player. I think Ed Charles, In the movie, Ed Charles was a little boy, and you know, he ended up playing. He was on the 69 Mets team that won the World Series. And he loved Jackie Robinson, and he was at the game, and he was with his mom, and Jackie's messing around first. Pitcher drops the ball. It's a balk. Jackie gets second base, and then the mom is like, "What just happened?" And Ed Charles was like, "Mom, Jackie discombobulated the man." Because he was like all stunned up, you know, like all, you know, messing around base, causing a balk. Yo, people that, bro, you remember Reyes?
I love Reyes, man. I love Reyes, man. Like,
yeah, I gotta be honest. Speaking about Reyes, I don't know how you felt about it, but I was not very happy that they gave Brett Beatty number 7.
You know what? I think people's relationship with Reyes,
I don't know.
He wasn't an all Met. I get he went back to the Mets and tried to rekindle that relationship, but I think we was past Reyes because as Met fans, that broke our heart when he left to Toronto. That broke us because we felt so good with Jose. We loved Jose. And I don't know if it was the Will Ponds or whatever, but I think he needed the money and he wanted the money and he didn't care about being on the team. Yeah. And he left. That messed me up.
Yeah, but from what I remember, the Mets never offered Jose nothing. Nada. That's what I remembered. We didn't offer him anything. It was like the Mets were done.
This man was in his prime.
That's what I remember. I remember us not, like from what I remember, this wasn't a Pete Alonso situation. This was like the Mets didn't offer Reyes anything because they were done with him or something. That's what I rememred. And I feel like I am.
Well, if it was like that, then I blame the organization now, though, after that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I remember us being like, all right, like, we're not offering him anything.
What year was that?
It just doesn't even sound realistic.
Was that due to the Madoff situation? Was that around the Madoff situation?
It was around there. It was right around there. The Mato situation was a little before there, but bro,
Yeah,
the Mato situation,
they didn't want to spend. We spent little here and there, but nothing crazy. I mean, we spent for Carlos Beltran, little things like Carlos Delgado, little signings like that, but nothing crazy, nothing major, eye popping.
I want to ask you, what are your predictions for the Mets this season? Where do you think we end up?
Well, we're definitely a playoff team. We're definitely a top contender. The high expectations that we have because of Juan Soto being on the team, those expectations go up no matter if we want to say it or not. That's MLB, that's people, that's statistics, whatever. I feel like we're going to have a great year. I feel like we're having a better year than last year in a certain way, but it all depends on the Pete Alonso situation. If I'm saying it right now without Pete, I don't know. I can't say we're on the same level as Philly, even though we beat them last year. I don't even say even the Braves. I say those two teams are still ahead of us. I don't know why, but I just feel like we're missing pitching, major pitching, because like I said, the pitching it's still missing a piece or two. No matter what. The bullpen, same thing.
Yeah,
even though we signed AJ Minter, and that's a good setup man, but we still need another one. Yes, we have Standing back. That's cool. We got him back. That's cool.
Yeah.
But that lineup is still missing. We're still relying on young talent and thinking that they could take us too far. And a lot of times it might work, and a lot of times it might not. It all depends. So I say right now, as far as right now, without Pete, we're like third place, trying to get into the playoffs. That's how I feel.
So what do you think? Like what do you think? Like 80
wins? 84, 85? At the most, we're fighting at that. We're fighting for the wild card.
Yeah, 84 could be fine.
We're fighting for the wild card, yeah. We're not the top team, though. The Atlanta Braves showed us already that they're dominant, no matter if Philly won it or not. That doesn't matter. Those two teams are the top two teams. Philly didn't do anything, and it's still considered the top team. What the fuck did Philly do?
Well, what a lot of people got to remember, bro, is the Braves terrified me this year. You got to remember,
exactly
90% of their teams hurt last year. That team if they're healthy, that team absolutely terrifies me. Not gonna lie, going to the Yankees helps us a little bit.
It does.
But they're still dominant, bro. Like,
we're talking about the Braves. We're talking about the Braves. They can just bring up a young talent that is fucking dominating, and because the Braves know how to bring up talent. The Braves know how to bring up a good talent at the right time. And whoever they bring up might be a pitcher, and this is gonna be fucking dominant. Because look at fucking Strider. I mean, there's a dominant pitcher right there, straight up. Everybody who they bring up is dominant. So, yes, the Braves are always going to be number one. The Phillies, too. But as long as I get the Soto boosting us up, but we're a weaker team than last year. Just a weaker team without Pete. We need Pete. We need him.
The Mets need another power bat in that order. We have to get another one because right now we have like Brandon Nimmo batting fourth. That's not going to cut it. Love Nimmo. He's not a number four hitter because he's not a power bat. We have to get another power bat, and it just makes all the sense in the world for the Mets to get Pete Alonso and this saga. Get him here. Pete's probably going to take a short-term deal, try to do his thing, and then get an opt-out. And then we're going to have to deal with this all over again.
We got faith. We got faith. We got faith, man. That's it. That's all it is.
Yeah, I agree, though. We need that power bat. We have to get that power bat, and they just got to end this Pete Alonso thing now and do it before spring training, please. Let him get his work because it's going to be really annoying, really aggravating if we're into spring training and then Pete ends up signing the deal and then he comes in late, doesn't start off the season.
Exactly. Hopefully this weekend it gets done, man.
Right?
Hopefully this weekend. I'm waiting for it.
So with Pete, what are your expectations?
We're in that range. We're in that range of the Phillies and the Atlanta. We're going to win about 95 games. Easily with Pete. Easily. Because Vientos goes third.
So you think Pete gives us 10 more wins?
I don't know if anybody else cares, but as a Met fan, I see Pete 24/7. People might not value Pete as well because they're not looking at Pete. They're looking at numbers, this and the third. We know how Pete is. We see Pete every day. Pete gives us 10 more wins, guaranteed. If he's on another team, he's going to get you those big home runs. He might get those big home runs to end the game. He is valuable, no matter what nobody says. It's just the money and this contract shit is stupid, but just get this shit done. Just get it done. Come on. What's waiting?
It's too long. It's too long, man. It's dragging out. I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of waking up every freaking morning looking at fake reports. Is this real? Is it fake? Who is it coming through? We're waiting on tweets. I got my notifications popped on, ready for the tweet. I'm waiting to put a video out about this Pete Alonso. It's just taking too long, man. It's too much, man. Come on.
You heard about
that takes us away from
today, right?
I think that takes us away from Iglesias, and I feel like they should have brought Iglesias back.
I would have brought him back.
If I was the Yankees,
I was actually upset about this.
I would pick him up if I was the Yankees. Just saying. Just saying. I'm just saying.
Up, you're gonna bring my God to the Yankees, bro. Bro. I don't understand why any team wouldn't want Jose Iglesias. Dude, he was our firecracker last year. Yo, the Mets started winning when Jose Iglesias came up with this song, Oh My God. Everybody going crazy. You know, the anthem, Oh My God. Everybody going nuts. Comes out to the field that I was at this game. Comes out to second base after the game. Starts performing Oh My God to the crowd with the cheerleaders there, the dancers, whatever, going nuts. And he was a firecracker.
Yes.
Even performed pretty decent and was such a uplift.
He was a clutch hitter, too.
I would have brought him back. He played great for us. You know, clutch. Didn't play too well in the playoffs. That was one thing I remember last year. I remember he was not the great playoff performer last year for us in the playoffs, but had a great season for us and was such an uplifter for us with the whole Oh My God song.
Exactly.
He's probably going to come out with new bangers this year. Whichever team he's going to, bro, they're going to get all the bangers, bro. And we're going to be here wishing we still had Jose Iglesias because he's going to be
I'm going to miss that, man. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to miss that, man. I'm really going to miss that.
Yeah. And I just... You know, baseball, bro, is a lot of energy. You vibe off of your teammates. And he was such a good vibe for us that I'm going to miss him. And I really think that this was not the wisest decision to go off on a limb and just get Nick Madrigal here because he was once a fourth overall pick. And, you know, just get rid of that's what we're doing here.
It doesn't make sense. I don't like it. So. I gotta see, but that's what happened last year. My expectations, I thought, JD Martinez, he's not gonna do this, he's not gonna do that, or this player, and the Mets outperformed everybody. Expectations.
Well, that's what I said. It's sometimes hard to go against David Stearns. This one, though, I'm just because of the vibe that Iglesias brought to us, it wasn't even about the player himself, even though I think he played really well. It's way overperformed than what I thought he was going to do. But it was the vibe that he brought, bro. Like, you know, the whole OMG, you know, the whole anthem going around the stadium. And, you know, that goes away. The whole OMG thing is gone now.
Even with Iglesias, I think that was going to be left in 2024. That was a magical season, but I don't think you can run off again. OMG again. The energy is just different. So either way, that was a good season. That's why they put the OMG in the Hall of Fame and the Mets City and all of that, because that was that year. And, you know what I'm saying? Even when Iglesias goes to another team, there ain't going to be no song for him. It ain't going to be, because that was an energy that the Mets only had at that time. A lot of organizations don't bring that friendliness stuff to stadiums. Bro, they had a concert.
No, I agree.
You had a concert after a game. Who does that? What? Who does that? That's what I'm saying.
Awesome.
That's what Steve Cohen brings to the New York Mets as an organization. That friend, family type of energy.
He's the man.
I love it.
Bro, Steve's the man.
Yes,
you saw that whole complex.
I love it.
I
love what he's trying to do.
I have one more question before
Let's get it.
I let you go. I don't know how you feel about it, but I was a little disappointed. I saw Evan Roberts talking about it yesterday, and
I know. I watched that.
WFAN host. I don't know if you know who he is. And he was like, it's no big deal to me. I found it as a little bit of a big deal because we're giving Soto $760 million. I feel like he should be at everything that we do. But he was in DR, and he was coming to Amazing Day on Saturday. His flight, he said that his flight got canceled. And that's why he was not at Amazing Day. But then I'm watching Game 7
and he's there
of the Dominican World Series, and I just see Soto there chilling in the dugout. Did it really get canceled, or do you think Soto just wanted to stay for the Dominican series? And I don't know. I just, again, it wasn't a good look to me because Bro, we're giving you I understand it's your country, it's your championship for your country, but dude, the Mets are giving you $760 million. We got to be your priority. Whatever the hell we do, you better be there, bro. Like Steve Cohen has a dinner at his house and he invites you, your ass better show up. We're giving you $760 million. Nobody's ever going to give you that kind of money, ever. So I was a little like, again, it's not a huge deal.
I mean, look, if you're right,
like,
if the plane got canceled, that's a validated excuse. You can't do nothing about it, right?
Yes, I agree. That's what I said. I don't know 100% if that plane was not canceled.
Facts.
Once it's canceled, you can't go to
That's
Amazing Day. You might as well
if you didn't go and you made an excuse and you just told them that, hey, this is what I do every year, blase, I don't accept it because we are paying him close to $1 billion. You know, he's worth more than a lot of other organizations even spending a year. So, like, bro, you gotta be here. And that's my thing with the whole Pete Alonso thing. This is your protection, right? This is your investment. You would want to hold and protect your investment at all costs. Why not have Pete Alonso on the back of that lineup to protect Juan Soto? Why not? You don't think Soto asked for that? You don't think Soto questioned that? Like, who's going to be behind me? Brandon Nimmo?
Yeah.
The fuck is he? What is he going to do? No. You got to have to promise Juan Soto something. And if you're going to go out and try to get Vlad next year, if this is your plan, then I accept it and I understand it. But if you're not going to get him, you better get him.
But you better get him. You better get him. You better reel in the fish. Yeah. You better, just like what I told you. Yeah. You better reel in the fish. If you're going to go out and get Vlad and this is your plan.
Would you go get him?
I'm not going to say no to that. Bro, it's Vlad. Imagine having Vlad and Soto back to back.
But that's the thing, though. In order to get Vlad, you got to sacrifice. Because if you go get Pete, what you going to do? Now, the good plan is tell Pete, hey, look, we'll get you. Next year, we'll go put Vlad at first base and make Pete a DH. Simple. Problem solved.
Yeah. But here's the thing. The Yankees signed Goldsmith to 1 year. I have a strong feeling they're going to be going hard for Vlad. Are the Mets willing to get into another bidding war with the Yankees? And if you get into another bidding war, that price is going to go like this for Vlad.
How dare you?
Up and up until one team.
How dare you?
Yeah. That's why Soto. Nobody thought Soto was going to get over 700.
How dare you disrespect Steve Cohen? How dare you disrespect Steve Cohen? Put some respect on Steve Cohen's name. Put some respect on Steve Cohen's name. This is Steve Cohen we're talking about. You can't outbid Steve Cohen. He wants Vlad. He's going to get Vlad.
I totally agree. Steve is the man.
I have confidence
Steve will
in him.
get whatever the hell he wants. But if he doesn't sign Pete and your plan is to go get Vlad, you got to expect to get into another bidding war because it's going to happen. You know it's going to happen. It's not going to be, all right, I'm just going to throw this out and then whatever, because the Yankees also
who the Yankees Who the Yankees?
On a 1 year.
Who are the Yankees?
First baseman.
Who are the Yankees? Because we're past that.
Agree.
We are past this whole trophy, 27 championships. We're past that. You know why? Because Soto proved that. Soto didn't sign with the Yankees, signed with the Mets.
Agree.
The contract, and I understand the whole Steve Cohen was going to go back and forth, but let's talk about the 5-year difference. It's only a $5 million difference. He chose the Mets. It's not all about trophies and hide stuff. It's not all about that. So you think Vlad wants to go to the New York Yankees? The future is brighter in the Mets.
Well, he doesn't. That's why I think that the Mets will have a massive advantage getting Vlad, but there will be a bidding.
Oh, there will be.
I know for a fact there will be a bidding war, and you know the amount of money we put out for Soto. I know it don't mean nothing to Steve. Steve is the richest freaking guy. Steve's got money coming out of his ass. Like, we know this, and we know that Steve is going to do anything to win, right? But if they're going, my point is, and again, I think Steve could go out and get anybody. That's how I feel now about the Mets. That's how I feel now about the Mets. He could go out. He could get anybody that he wants.
You know that.
Freaking God, if he wanted to, bro. If he's not going to get Pete because his vision is getting Vlad, just expect to go into another bidding war. You got to make sure that you know that you're just going to go into another bidding war. So the price of Vlad is going to be substantially higher than what they're going to be expecting his market to be, because it's going to be just like Soto.
But that's where teams stop. That's where teams stop to a point. That's it. Who's going to be interested in Vlad? Who? What teams? Because you know it's only going to be, the Yankees, the Mets. Who else?
The Yankees.
Toronto. Well, Toronto's not going to be in it because once they give up Vlad,
Well, Toronto's not. That's why Toronto's trying to deal him. Toronto ain't getting Vlad. We already know.
And do you think that before you go, do you think that them trading Vlad, do you think they aren't going to trade Vlad? Because if the Toronto Blue Jays don't trade Vlad, they're going to be in a conversation because, trust and believe, the Los Angeles Angels need to be studied. Because here's my problem. If the Los Angeles, we all knew, Shohei Ohtani was not going to stay at the Los Angeles Angels. We all knew that. Okay? We all knew. Now, the Angels should have traded Shohei Ohtani. They got nothing for him. Nothing at all. I'm sorry. I just have to point it out. They got nothing for him. I know he's mad.
Yeah. What the hell's wrong with them? I agree. Like, that makes no sense at all. You know what they could have got for Shohei Ohtani?
Half a ballpark and a half a team for Shohei.
Bro. Yeah, they would have got a new ballpark with Shohei.
Why didn't you trade him? Well, you wanted to be that owner that say, well, I don't want to be the guy that traded Shohei Ohtani away. And no, you're stupid. Oh, yeah. Yes.
Come on, man. You knew you weren't signing Shohei. You knew
trade
you weren't
him. Stupid, man. I don't know. I don't get it. But congratulations, you won.
Like if they were in contention, I could understand.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yes, but remember, after they was in contention, they said, okay, we're not going to trade him. They had still the window to trade him. Once they fell and lost 3-4 games, that's when the Angels started trading away little pieces here and there. And after the trade deadline, bro, you should have just traded him right there if you knew you wasn't doing it. You knew there was teams ahead of you. You knew teams were better than you. You knew that there was a team that they was called the Houston Astros that it wasn't going to get away from. So, you know that, Standard. Trade him. You could have got, oh my God. There was so many teams. I did a video. There's so many teams that was willing to go after that. It was going to be a hefty price because you could have pulled whatever you wanted and teams would have did it. Shohei Ohtani, ooh, that gives us an advantage to get him next year. But you didn't do it. You let the cross rival Los Angeles Dodgers belt you, spank you. That's messed up.
Well, at that point, it was not. At that point, there was nothing they were going to do. They're not outbidding the Dodgers. But you're right. They need to be studied. The GM has to be studied.
I don't know what it
Something's
is.
going on up here. Dude ain't all there. He doesn't know what's going on.
That
they should have traded Shohei because they knew they weren't rolling out the dough. They knew they weren't going to outbid the Dodgers. They knew if the Mets got involved, they weren't going to outbid the Mets. They weren't going to outbid the Yankees. They weren't outbidding any of these teams. So they had to trade Shohei. They didn't do it. They failed, and now they are
with Trout too. With Trout
disaster.
Too. Still got Trout too. Still got Trout situation. Trout needs to be traded. Trout needs to be traded.
I feel bad
because loyalty ain't everything. Loyalty sometimes ain't everything. Look at Damian Lillard.
Yeah.
Look what Damian Lillard did. He was so loyal to fucking the Portland Trailblazers. You know what he did? Got his ass out because loyalty ain't everything. I'm not going to win a championship. Is Trout considered the best player now? No. Hell no. You know why? Because he can be a great player, but he's always going to be recognized as a great regular season player. That's it. An injury player. David Wright. He could be considered like David Wright because David Wright was a hope. He could have been this, he could have been that, right? David Wright could have been a Hall of Famer. You know that. But with the injuries, same thing with Trout. Make Trout a DH. And you know what? You get full potential with Trout. I bet you Trout will be he might win MVP as a DH. Because since Ohtani won it, you might give him an opportunity. But you know what? He ain't Ohtani. So he might not win. Who knows? Crazy.
Yeah, the whole Trout thing kills me because he's one of the best players I've seen. One of the best players in this generation. And 5-tool player, one of the best. And he'll never get to win a ship because he's never leaving the Angels. Bro, the contract they signed, what he signed, 10 plus years, like you're never leaving. And
I don't get it.
It's unfortunate.
I don't get it. I don't get it, bro. I don't get it. Trust me.
All right. One more thing before I let you go. You were talking about how David Wright is, would have been a Hall of Famer.
Yes.
Percent. David Wright's first 10 years in the MLB was one of the best first 10 years by a third baseman of our generation. And I say that wholeheartedly. In our lifetime, his first 10 seasons was up there with some of the best. In my opinion, top 3.
I agree.
Top 3. That's where I put him. I put A-Rod, right? I put Chipper Jones, maybe Adrian Beltre. Yeah, probably Adrian Beltre.
Yeah.
And then David Wright is right behind those guys.
I agree. In a 10-year span,
Right
I agree.
behind those guys, bro. I'm telling you right
Yes,
now, but you got to go with his first 10
definitely
seasons. His first 10 seasons. Dude, phenomenal ball player.
Yes.
My childhood hero. I don't know if you know that.
Jeez.
Dude was my life, bro. My icon, my idol, bro. I hit up a high school friend during the playoffs, and he goes, and I haven't spoken to him, bro, since like high school. And he just writes to me, yo, David Wright, what's up, bro? Because that's what people used to call me. They used to call me, bro. I used to wear the armband.
You look like David Wright.
Everything.
You kind of look like David Wright if you put the uniform on. I was trying to tell you that. You do.
That's what everybody said when I was a kid. That's what everyone said when I was a kid. They all called me David Wright. Bro, I played third base.
Yeah.
Why you think I played third base growing up? David Wright. Bro, I was like a walking David Wright, bro. The way I batted,
that little hand thing like that.
And now his number is being retired.
Yo, man.
Yeah, everything, dude. Everything. The hands up, everything. The eye black. His number is now being retired. I got to get in the building, bro. The get-in price is like,
I'm paying that.
Like
I'm paying that. I'm paying that. I don't even know what that is. I'm paying that.
I know.
I'll be there.
That's what I'm saying.
I'll be there.
That's what I'm
I'll
saying.
be there.
I'm doing it. Like a lot of people are like, oh, that's
I'm going
expensive
too.
for a
So
game.
you'll see me there.
I'm going.
You'll see me there.
I'm going. Yeah. So I was telling my wife, I'm like, yo, we got to pull the trigger on this. Like, get 208 price, get a price, but I'm going. It's David Wright, bro. This is David Wright. We're not talking about freaking nobody. This is my idol, bro. My life. Yo, funny story about David Wright. Funny story. Kind of messed up. I'm not gonna lie. Feel bad about it, but what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? So I met David Wright in Port St. Lucie, dude. We went to a cafe called Tropical Smoothie Cafe, and it had a plaque on the wall that said David Wright's a loyal customer. Okay. This was during the times of David Wright being a Met. So I'm like, oh, this is awesome. You know, David Wright's a loyal customer. That's so cool. Next day, I'm chilling in the hotel. My brother goes, yo, I'm going to go to the Tropical Smoothie Cafe real quick across the street. Goes across the street. Kid doesn't even text me
to
tell me that David Wright's in the freaking cafe. He writes on Facebook, oh my God, I see David Wright at a cafe. So I'm like, what the hell?
Exactly.
I was like, first of all, why are you not texting me? So I run across the street, walk in, and I see David Wright sitting there eating with his now wife, which was his girlfriend at the time. I think they just started dating. So I'm like, oh shit, bro, I'm not gonna freaking cop block this guy, right? So I'm like, shit, but I gotta approach. This is my freaking idol. Like, I gotta approach this guy. So we're out. So I wait outside. I got a smoothie. I'm outside drinking my smoothie, and David Wright walks out. And bro, I'm wearing a David Wright jersey. So he's like looking at me, like he's like waiting for me to say something, and like I was kind of nervous, but like you could tell he was waiting for me to say something because he saw me wearing his freaking jersey. So I was like, David, bro, I know you see me. I know you're waiting. Like, yo, bro, like, yeah, I don't even know what to say right now. Like, you're my idol. Like, then it all fucking came out. You're the reason I played third base. Like, freaking, I wear like this because of you. I do this because of you. Like, it all came out. So he was like, you want like an autograph? I was like, yeah, honestly, bro, like,
yeah,
I already have his autograph. I got it like at a game once. I was like, I'd rather get a picture, bro.
That's a fact.
That means more to me. Like, I want a picture, right? Yeah. Bro, I was like young, bro. I was like maybe 21. Yo, I did something so now that I think about it, I was like, it was messed up. Like, it was messed up. The dude's like on a date. Like, so I'm there taking my picture with David Wright, right? And then his girlfriend at the time, who's now his wife, Molly Beers, is like kind of close to us. So I tell her, I'm like, excuse me, can you like just
I respect that. I respect that.
No, but like, I felt bad.
She's
bro.
not. Let me tell you something. She's not your idol, bro. You don't know her. She's not your idol. That man is your idol. Excuse me, girl. You with him every day. Let me be with David Wright for a couple of seconds. Let me do that. Come on. You gotta understand that. Did she understand it?
Well, if she understood, she was like, oh no. But I still felt bad. It just after the words, I felt. Like, it was like, it felt tough. I was just like, damn, that's not kind of messed up.
That's good.
I got the picture. I still got it to this day. So, yeah.
See?
They're married, so they're chilling. They probably forgot all about that situation. It was crazy because that night, so David Wright was wearing like a bright orange turkey. Like, he had a turkey.
Like a turkey? Like a Thanksgiving turkey?
Shirt. Right?
What?
Yeah, like it was just like a bright orange shirt with a turkey on the middle. So that night, we went to, it was like a weird shirt. So we went to Duffy's Sports Grill. We went to Duffy's Sports Grill. That's like the big place that they do like all like the podcasts and stuff for the Mets. And there's a bowling alley there. So we go bowling, right? So we're there, and I'm looking down the lane, bro. I'm like, the hell is that? I was like, that looks like the bright orange turkey shirt that David Wright was wearing. Bro, it's David Wright, bro, bowling. It's David Wright bowling.
You just popping up on him.
Shit. I go with my brother. I'm like, yo, David Wright's bowling, bro. I was like, what the hell are we standing here for playing air hockey? Let's get over there. So we start walking there. Guess what happens?
It's a team?
It ain't just David Wright. It's the whole team.
Oh, man.
The whole team. I was like, we ain't bowling by ourselves. I'm staying here and watching the freaking Mets.
Man.
So we're just there chilling. And I guess the bowling alley lets them do whatever the hell they want because they get so much business every year that the Mets come. Bro, you know what they were doing? They were doing like trick shots, bro. Like David Wright had like chairs in the middle of the lane and like bowling through the chairs and shit. That's my story about meeting the whole Mets team one day.
That was a great day.
That was a great day, bro. I met David Wright at the cafe, took a picture, and then
that sounds like a great day. Shit, you lucky as shit.
It was great. But Akir, bro.
You already know, man.
Thank you, bro, for coming on the show.
Come on.
Really appreciate it, man. Anytime you want to come back on, we'll talk maybe during the season when we have, more to talk about. Things are going on, things are hot and heavy. Hopefully
come on, man. It's the Mets, baby. We got this, man. And high hopes and expectations, baby. High hopes. We got this. Bro. Come on. We Mets fans, man.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Yo.
You already know.
You already know what time it is. Mets are coming, bro. We're going to come back. We're going to come back into the NLCS.
Big dog, baby.
And we're going to take
big dogs out there.
Baby.
We know what time it is. Come on, man. We know what time it is.
Let's go.
Yo.
I agree.
You too, man. Have a good weekend, man. You already know, man. You already.
All right.
Later,
bro. Oh, there you have it. That was my boy Akir. Tune in next week when we are going to have Keith McPherson on the show from UFAN. And you already know, baby. Going to continue talking sports all day, every day. Before you guys go, if you like my content, I really appreciate it. If you hit that like and subscribe button, it would really help me out. Maybe throw a few comments in the comment section so we can talk about what was spoken here in this episode. Peace out, guys. Have a great one.